Shante still connecting.
We're live now, Nahalia.
Yes. Good night, boys and girls. Welcome to another week of virtual story time. This week, we have an interesting story for you. But before we begin, let us call on some students, our special invited guests, to introduce themselves. We begin with Emily.
Hi, my name is Emily Samuels. I've previously attended Great Start Academy and I live in St. Elizabeth.
Thank you, Emily. Let's go on to Kadeen. Kadeen. Kadeen, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Good night. My name is Kaden Monteith. I attend Hakun Primary School in the park of Nova, and I am 10 years old.
Thank you, Kadeen. We move on to Chesre.
Hi, my name
Chesre, go ahead. Introduce yourself for us.
Hi, my name is Shadze Kuri. I attend Golden Spring Primary School. I live in the St. Andrew and I'm 9 years old.
All right. Thank you very much. Diamond, where are you? Diamond?
Yes.
Good night. My name is Diamond Grant. I'm from Better Primary and Junior High School. I live in Hanover and I'm 10 years old.
Thank you very much, my dear. Gabriel? Richard?
Hello. My name is Gabriel Richards and I attend the elderly primary and infant department.
All right.
The
Thank you.
parish of
Can your brothers introduce themselves? Thank you.
My name is Kenny Richard. I am the elders and parish of St. Elizabeth.
My name is Joshua Richards. I attend at the elders school. The parish I live in is St. Elizabeth.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Now tonight
You're
we
welcome.
have two young ladies reading for us. They are Shante McDonald and Casey Binns. Casey, can you introduce yourselves for us?
Hello everyone, my name is Casey Binns. I am 12 years old. I attend Morningside Primary School and
Thank you. Shante? Shanti? Miss McDonald? Did we lose her? We did. Hold on a minute.
Good night.
Casey,
Yes, miss.
seems like we have lost Shantae. Will you be able to read without her, do the whole story? I know you can.
Or are we missing somebody?
So boys and girls, can you mute your phones, your devices while Casey reads for us? I think Shantae is back on. Shantae,
Okay.
Yes, miss.
can you introduce yourselves for us, please?
The camera come up.
No.
Miss Lynch,
We are live on Facebook. Yes.
good night. I don't see the camera coming up. I don't know what's happening and I'm not getting through on her phone.
All right. Well, that's what happens, guys, when we're streaming live. Shanti,
Yes, miss.
just go ahead and introduce yourselves for us, and still read, even though they won't be able to see you tonight. Just let Facebook land know who you are.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss. My name is Shanti McDonald. I'm 11 years old. I just graduated Savannah Primary Infant School, and my parish is St. Elizabeth.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sit back, relax, as these two young ladies brings us the story. Do you wonder why bugs are good? Bugs? Good? Let us see. Over to you guys.
Do you wonder why bugs are good? By T. Albert. Little Betty was walking through the vegetable garden when all of a sudden she began to scream, "Bugs, bugs, ugly creepy bugs, they're all over the place."
What's all the fuss? Her grandfather inquired.
Yuck! There's so many nasty creatures all over our vegetables. I'm afraid to pick any for dinner tonight. Let's just start to squish them. Yuck! Bugs, bugs, get off me!
Betty, wait, don't hurt him. That's a praying mantis, and he is a good bug, her grandfather said as he gently brushed the praying mantis off her.
Betty asked, "What do you mean by good bug?"
Just because it's a bug or we don't understand it or like the way it looks doesn't make it bad, he said. There are bugs that eat or kill our vegetables. I think those are bad bugs. Then there are bugs that eat or chase away those bad bugs. I think they are the good bugs. In fact, I put good bugs in my garden so I don't have to use chemicals to chase away the bad bugs. I have an idea. Let's go on a safari. It will help you understand.
"A safari?" she exclaimed. "Let's go!"
Betty's grandfather then explained that she would have to use her imagination to make them very small. They could go on a safari into the world of insects. In a flash, they were there. Betty was a little frightened at first, but she knew it was all imaginary.
What do we do now?" she whispered.
Walk slowly, and I will explain about all of the good bugs I put in the garden. Over there is a praying mantis that landed on you. He eats flies and some bad people. Because he is big, he has big creatures and he will be quite a pinch. Ladybugs and other small beetles eat tiny aphids, mites, and other soft-bodied bugs and their eggs. Tiny soldier bugs, also known as stick bugs, feed on all sorts of garden pests. But don't accidentally squish one of these. They really smell. There are many more, but it's getting late. We need to get back to picking vegetables for our dinner. We can go on a safari to the world of insects again tomorrow.
Grandpa, that was great. Betty screamed with joy. I now understand what you mean by good bugs, and I realize that even though they're good, they still bite or sting. So I'll be really careful. I can't wait until we go on a safari again. The end.
Can you mute your phones for me until we're talking, please?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, guys. Now we heard the story of Do You Wonder Why Bugs Are Good? Have any of us ever wondered or thought to ourselves that bugs are good? Shezre, have you ever thought that bugs are good? What do you think about bugs? Did you think about them as good when you see them? What comes to your mind?
How are their life? How will their life be like?
How will their life be like? All right, Kadeen, when you see a bug, what automatically comes to your mind? What's the first thing you do when you see a bug? Kadeen, when you see a bug, what's your first reaction?
What kind of bug?
Any bug at all. Like say a ladybug, well, any bug. A bug is just flying and then it flies and pitch on you. What's your first reaction? Are you scared?
Depends on the bug.
All right, so which bug are you scared of?
The bad bug.
The bad bug? All right. Diamond.
Yes, miss?
When you see a bug, just like, do you behave like Betty? Are you scared? What do you do when you see a bug? Because, what do you do when you see a bug?
If I see a ladybug, I will just pick it up and put it in my hand. But if I see something like a bee or wasp, I will just run away.
You run away. So what do you do when you just run and scream? Ah! Right?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
All right. Gabriel, what do you do when you see a bug?
Well,
Away.
well, most of the times I run away, and most of the times I kill it.
Most of the time you kill it. All right.
Yeah.
Emily? Emily?
Yes.
When you see a bug, what do you do?
I wonder.
When you see a bug, when you see bugs, yes.
I wonder what a day in their life would feel like.
So when you wonder about that, what comes to your mind? Like, what are you thinking? What they do? What?
I wonder how they communicate with each other, and I wonder how they find food every day.
Oh, so you're not really scared of them? Like, you
No.
scared of them? No. Oh, I see. All right. So what was your favorite part of the story then, Emily?
My favorite part was when the uncle took her on a little adventure to see all the different bugs that live in the garden.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Diamond. Diamond,
Yes,
what's
miss?
your favorite part of the story?
Yes,
Which part
miss?
did you enjoy the most?
I enjoyed the most when she was screaming, "Yike! Bug, bug, you get off of me!" Yes, that part was my
So you
favorite
saw
one.
yourself telling the bug to come off you, right? All
Yes,
right.
miss.
Kadeen, which part of the story did you enjoy the most?
I never hear it because of the noise.
All right. So you never heard it. All right. Shezray,
I enjoyed the part when her grandfather was telling her the different types of bugs.
when her grandfather was telling her the different types of bugs. Did you think that bugs were that good? Just
Yes, miss.
looking at them flying around, did you get it that bugs were good?
Not really.
So what lesson did you learn?
That most bugs are not that good.
Okay. Emily,
Yes,
what lesson did you learn?
I learned that not all bugs are bad and that some bugs have a purpose.
Ah. Casey,
Yes, miss?
what did you learn?
Well, I learned that even though bugs might look different, for example, grasshoppers, or as in the story, a praying mantis, although it may look like a predator or a different bug. For example, people mostly love butterflies, so they won't think the other bugs are harmful. But the praying mantis is very useful in garden purposes, and I think the praying mantis is a good bug.
Okay. Shanti, are you there?
Yes, miss.
What did you learn?
Yes, miss. Miss, I learned that you're not to be afraid of some types of bugs because not all bugs are the same.
All right, thank you.
See if Imo Kalia again.
Diamond, what did you learn?
I learned that all bugs have different purposes.
All bugs have different purposes. Emily, did you hear any of the story at all?
What did you say?
Did you hear any of the story?
I did.
Not Emily, sorry. Kadeen.
Yes, miss.
Kadeen,
Yes, miss.
did you hear any of the story at all?
Yes, miss.
So tell me something you learned from the story.
Not every bugs are bad.
That not every bugs are bad. All right. Now, let us put it in terms of, let's do a little inference related to humans. Can we use this to relate it to our relationship that we have with each other at school? Because here we had Betty thinking all bugs are bad and brushing off the bug and getting very scared. And then her grandfather letting her know that the bug served a purpose. can we relate that to our human experiences and say, how can we use that to help us to relate to our friends and our families a bit better? Casey?
Okay, so you have friends and one looks different from the other, or you have a classmate that looks different. For example, Betty was scorning the insect. Well, it is also in a real life experience when we see different types of people and we say that they're bad, but they can probably have good personality. For example, the praying mantis or some of the bugs are useful in the garden, and like in real life, if there's a person that looks different from you, it may be a really good person with a big personality.
So in other words, instead of judging people, we should get to know them, right? Shante? Shanti,
Yes, Miss.
how would you relate that to your everyday relationship with your friends, classmates, families, just people in general?
That when you see a person and they're ugly or something, you're not to judge them by the way they look, you're to judge them by their personalities.
All right. Thank you. Shezre?
Am I new?
And that you should someone by the way they look. Everyone has a purpose in life.
Not to judge people by the way they look. Everyone has a purpose in life. Diamond?
Yes, miss?
How would you use a story to help you with your day-to-day relationships? With your classmates, with your friends? Knowing that, yes, go ahead.
So it's like I have a classmate. He's tall, but he's black than everyone else in the class. So people make fun of him, say he's road, like the color of the road.
Okay. So what should we do in that case?
You shouldn't do that because he's actually nice and funny as well.
All right, so they should get to know him instead of judging him for how he looks. All right, thank you. Gabriel, the Richards brothers.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Miss.
How would you use this story? Remember, Betty was judging the bug wrongfully until his grandfather showed him the correct thing, and that bugs are actually useful. So how can we use that to help us with our relationship with humans? With our friends, with our classmates? Yes.
The fertilizers.
No, how? All right. The others were saying that we are not to judge others based on how they look. Will you be using the story as you go forward to help you with your relationship with your friend? So say you go to school September and you have a new student in your class. You have never seen him or her before. Based on the story, would you be judging that new student, or would it be better to get to know that new student?
I will get to know that new student.
Get to know that new.
Student.
All right.
By asking him what is
You're breaking up a bit. All right. So one important lesson.
By asking him what his name.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
What his
All right, Gabriel, your reception is poor,
Yes,
so we're
miss.
not hearing you well. But before we close, as the others say, I remember Cesare saying, we're not to judge persons. We are to get to know them and to realize that everybody serves a purpose. So just like all the bugs serve the purpose, just like the bugs serve the purpose, in our interaction with others, we are to realize we're not to judge and get to know other people. And in getting to know them, we realize that each of us have a purpose on this planet. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, Shanti, for reading. We really enjoyed that story. Chedre, Katie, the Richards brother, Diamond, Emily, say goodbye to Facebook world. And boys and girls,
welcome, miss. Welcome, miss.
just wave goodbye. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Welcome. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wonderful night. Bye. No.